Yo, what's up, guys? This is Kobe. Long time no see. Hey, to all you subscribers who have yet to unsubscribe, I want to just give a big thank you to you guys. I know I haven't uploaded in quite a while, and that's because, I've been pretty busy with work and, things like that in life. But anyways, the reason I'm uploading this video is because I just had to give my take on yesterday's huge regional regional champs, it's called. In order, the top 8 teams, let's see, they had the online qualifier, which basically you had the 16 teams make it to regional champs in Orlando. And so yesterday was the LAN event in Orlando, and the top 8 teams from that event would go on and qualify for COD Champs at the end of March in Los Angeles. So yesterday's event was huge. I mean, this is a career maker, career breaker for a lot of pro players, and so it was huge. It was close, but Optic Nation, the Greenwall, can rest easy knowing that their team is gonna make it to COD Champs in Los Angeles. It was a nail biter. It in certain moments seemed like they could have easily given up, but boy, they really fought back, and I just feel so good for Nadeshot and MBoze that they were able to come through towards the end and help Optic win their matches and qualify for COD Champs. So let me go back to what happened to Optic. The first match of the day was against Denial West, and they pretty much handily won. I mean, the search and destroy game was pretty close. I think it was like 6-5 they won, but they always seemed like they were in control, and they looked really good. So I wasn't too worried as far as how they were going to perform, but they ended up playing Envy in the next round, winners bracket, and Envy completely demolished them. I mean, it was very demoralizing. Envy played really great, and there were cracks in Optic strategy. A lot of the players started playing solo and not rotating together in domination, not sticking together in search and destroy. Same thing with Blitz, and it wasn't looking very good. And one of the things I noticed is when the pressure was on, like MBoze and Nadeshot they have a tendency to sprint all the time, and they get caught sprinting so many times, and they lose so many gun battles just because of that. And the other thing that MBoze has a problem with that I noticed is body positioning around the map. When he gets under pressure, he has a tendency to peek and show his body more than he needs to, and doesn't use cover as much, and he loses a ton of one-on-one battles. So they got knocked down to the losers bracket, and they were gonna play the winner of Curse Las Vegas and Curse New York. And believe it or not, Curse Las Vegas was eliminated. They did not win one single match. They lost both of their matches. Their first match was against Rise, and they lost. And then they lost to Curse New York. So it basically came down to whoever was going to win between Curse New York and Optic Gaming, they were going to make it to COD Champs. And right off the bat in domination, Optic looked strong. They dominated in freight. They looked super strong. They won both sides. They came out of the gate on fire. And then they lost search and destroy on Sovereign, and it wasn't even close. I think they lost 6-2, and it was really kind of surprising, because I thought they kind of, after the break they had, I thought they would have brought things together, but they lost pretty readily. And Curse New York is not that great of a search and destroy team. and then they play Blitz on Warhawk, and they got annihilated. Optic did not win one Blitz match, the whole not the whole tournament. That first day in 3 matches, they did not win one Blitz match, and then they went to domination on Sovereign, and that was a great match. MBoze had an amazing triple kill, which helped Optic win the first side of the map, and then they carried that momentum to the second side, and they were able to beat Chris New York. Now, so it went to the 5th map, which is it was Search and Destroy on Freight, and Optic is a pretty good team on Freight. I've seen them scrim quite a bit, and they're actually not too bad. And they had a very aggressive strategy on Freight. As you know, defense wins most of the time on Freight, but they were so aggressive on their offensive rounds. They were able to actually take 3 offensive rounds, and they pulled it out. Nadeshot went berserk. I mean, he was the MVP of that 5th map. Like I said, that MBoze. Oh, I forgot to mention, MBoze went huge on Sovereign. And if you guys know anything about MBoze sucks on Sovereign domination. I mean, he usually goes negative, but he did really, really well. And so going back to SND on Freight, Nadeshot was amazing. He was clutch. Everyone played well, and they secured a spot at COD Champs in Los Angeles. So a huge sigh of relief for all the Optic fans out there. It was just a great day of COD, competitive COD. Today was a really good day, or yesterday was a great day. And some of the other upsets, Just Us didn't make it. They lost to, I think, Xfinity. And some of the other notable teams that didn't make it was Denial didn't make it. Let's see, who else didn't make it? Yeah, there were a lot of teams that, it was really surprising that did not make it to COD Champs. Obviously, Curse Las Vegas was the biggest upset. Let's see. So that pretty much recaps what happened yesterday. As far as Championship Sunday, there's no cash prizes. I mean, obviously, how well you do is gonna affect the seeding, I think, for COD Champs. But there's not a whole lot of motivation to win tomorrow. So, who knows what's gonna happen. But anyways, it was a great match. Hopefully, you guys catch some more action tomorrow. Oh, and then before I go, I compiled a statistic for Optic Gaming, and I checked their overall KD. And Scumpy had the highest KD on the team at 1.23. The second highest was Clayster at 1.13. And then Nadeshot at 0.96. And MBoze at 0.9. Now, I know Nadeshot and MBoze are OBJ players, but I think they can bring that up to more around 1.0. I think, if you're an OBJ player and can get closer to 1.0, you're doing a great job. If you look at if you check out complexity, their Slayers, are similar to Clayster and Scumpy, but the OBJ players, they're closer to 1 or slightly positive. So that's something that Optic should really work on, and they can do that as long as they they're mindful of making sure their bodies are positioned correctly on the map, and they stop getting caught sprinting. I think they'll be all right. So again, great day of matches, and everyone, sorry for not uploading in a while, but I'll try to upload a little more often. Anyways, see you guys later. Bye.